What's up, my YouTubers? What's up, my subscribers? What's up, my followers? So let me get it. We gonna get into this quick, man. And this is I'm doing something today on it was an FSU shooting. That's a Florida State University. They were at a college. A gunman went in there, man. He shot up the school, and he ended up getting shot. He was a son to a sheriff. And stuff like this happens all the time. Now, I want to say, because, you know, every time you turn on the news, I see they always talking about gang members. And even if you're not a gang member or you associate yourself with supposedly gang members, y'all, they're going to put you in that gang member category. And I also see they put illegals on the news saying that they gang members. We getting the gang members off the streets and cleaning up the streets. And then I turn to something like this, and I see a dude who would have killed as many people as he could, and he's not a gang member. So what do you call these people? Because this has happened year after year after year. There has been hundreds of shooters with people just killing random people, and they don't have a name for them, and then they still go back to gang members. So we gonna get into this, man, and I want to show y'all, I want to show y'all this church that they're in, and I just want to say, y'all, I believe in God, but if I gotta pray how they pray, I don't want to pray. I don't, because I know that everyone that prays is not saved. They're not saved. Some people go to church to get saved. And I also know that there are some weird people out here in this world, y'all. And guess what? I'm not one of them. I don't want to be one of them. I'm cool with being me. So y'all check this church out. Y'all check the shootout. And I'm going to give a comment at the end.
Video of students praying for the victims in the Florida State University community. Last night, that was a memorial mass at a cathedral across from the university. This morning, people are waking up to the reality, another mass shooting at a Florida school.
And now people are questioning why and are looking for a motive. We have team coverage for you this morning with Logan McDonald on the support local schools and officials are offering. Shay Simon with national reaction, and also Alexis Clevenger in Tallahassee this morning. Let's
go right out live to Alexis, continuing our team coverage this morning. Alexis, you have been on campus since late last night, and survivors tell you this is a day that they will never forget.
Chandler, Phil, just a terrifying situation for this entire community here at FSU. Like you mentioned, we've been on campus since yesterday evening, and every student I talked with say it's going to be very difficult to move past this. They say that every time they walk on campus, it's going to be just a reminder of the tragedy that unfolded. Here's what we do know so far about that shooting. The incident took place near the student union, and the university was immediately placed on lockdown. Law enforcement says 2 people have died, neither of them being students, and there were 6 others that were hurt. Authorities say the mass shooting was carried out by a relative of the law enforcement community and believed to be a FSU student. The suspect, authorities identified as 20-year-old Phoenix Eichner, is the son of a sheriff's deputy who has been with the office for more than 18 years. The shooting suspect was shot and injured by police. Students shared with me where exactly they were yesterday when those shots rung out.
I was in calc lecture and the alarms went off, and we didn't know what was going on. We hear like these noises outside. It's like we didn't know anything. The police, of course, go to our door and they have us put our hands up, and that's when I realized I was like, this is not a drill.
And police are still early in this investigation, so a motive is still unclear. Police have said that the suspect has invoked his right to remain silent. And ahead in the next half hour, we're going to take you live to the memorial site where students continue to show their support for the victims of this tragedy.
All right, y'all. So there y'all have it. And I I just want to say, man, that this is not going to be the last shooting. Y'all know that every time they have a shooting, what happens? Something else end up happening after shooting. Sometimes it's like a trickle effect to where one shooting happened, another shooting happened, then it keeps going like that. I haven't heard any more news about any more school shootings or anything like that. It's just at this point, when they bring it to the White House, and you know, the White House is not in charge of what goes on in the streets at all. But when they bring it to them, to the upper level or whatever you want to call it, they try to get bills passed to where they can have security at the schools and all that, and they say they don't want security and stuff. Why they don't want security? Because they got everybody from every country over here studying in the United States schools. That's why. And they don't want them to feel threatened by any way, or they don't want their families to feel like they can't send them to America to get an education where there's no violence at. You know what I mean? So, you know, with that being said, the fake gonna keep on being fake and the real gonna keep on being real. That's all it is to it. It could have been a stop to shoot this stuff a long time ago, y'all. From the streets to the schools to a lot of stuff. They don't want it to stop, so it's not gonna stop, y'all. It's gonna keep going. And mark my words, there's gonna be another shooting. I'll bring it back up when it happened, y'all. This kid, his name is Phoenix. I don't know what his motive was for the shooting, and hopefully he's okay too. Even though he did what he did, he had to be going through something that triggered him to do whatever he did. Who knows what that was? Maybe we might find out, because they didn't kill him. He just got shot, but he survived. So we'll see what happens with that. But yeah, man, it's always something going on in America if y'all pay attention. Is it America when they say America, or is it the people? It's the people. And it's going to continue to be the people. And that's just the way America is. Tap in, tune into my channel, like, subscribe, man. Share my channel. Just handle your business, man. Let's go.